Hey everybody, it's Dana Pope Jr. from the Semen Retention and No Fat channel. If you're looking for the answer to the question, what is semen retention aura, then you're in the right place. I'm about to reveal what semen retention has to do with your aura and some ways you can cultivate it without having to bring all this information together yourself or spend a bunch of money or time. I understand that not understanding what semen retention has to do with your aura can be very detrimental when it comes to the cultivation of your aura. But don't worry because today I'm going to share with you what semen retention has to do with your aura. So, first off, what is your aura? An aura is a distinctive and pervasive quality or character, air, or atmosphere such as an aura of respectability or an aura of friendliness. It is a subtle, pervasive quality or atmosphere seen as emanating from a person, place, or thing. An aura is an energy that flows around living things. It is usually composed of a vibrant array of colors. It stems from the Greek word that means breeze. It is an indicator of our overall emotions, moods, and vibrations. Our aura makes the first impression long before we exchange greetings with one another. What can you expect from your aura during semen retention? The energetic field surrounding an individual can grow exponentially during long periods of retention. The light body is the vehicle we use to rise from our human condition to return back to source. So the healthier your body is, the wider the circumference that your aura will have. Your light body will begin to expand in a circular form around the retainer. The radiance of the field begins to deepen, and with the cultivation of the sexual energy over time, there is going to be an apparent difference about you that those around you won't quite be able to put their finger on. This presence follows you everywhere you go in a wave like vibration. Your aura will expand over time and become more potent, although initially it can be felt by those who are in face to face contact with you. So, Fong Ha was a well known teacher of traditional Yang style Tai Chi Chuan and the internal art of Ya Yi Chuan. It is said that his aura has been measured to be up to 60 feet. So most of our auras are weak and severely damaged. Thus, one could enter a room, do something, leave, and never be noticed. We are aware of this on a subconscious level and can notice when someone is a hardcore fapper because never, uh, they will most likely have an energy that is more repulsive than attractive. However, even an introverted individual who has a strong energetic field would be noticed without ever saying a word or even interacting with anyone. They would always get noticed regardless. So you can't help it no matter how much you try to be a light in the darkness, especially if you are cultivating the light, whether by meditation, long retention periods, or other energy cultivation methods. So there is something to be mindful. This is something to be mindful of in your journey because it may weird you out initially. It's going to seem like you're a light to the moths or other people. They're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to be in your energy. The growth of your field will by default cause others to want to be in your field. This can also help explain the pull you have on women because by being in your field, they are literally enveloped by your masculine energy. So other energies that you can sense is the distinct positive or negative energy of another who is in your field. You are also in the field, in their field as well. So if your energy, if their energy field is of a high vibration, you will feel at ease or at peace in their presence. Likewise, you may likely feel uncomfortable in the presence of someone who is vibrating at one of the lower frequencies. So the foundation to most energy cultivation practices is semen retention. Tai Chi, Qigong are among some of the best practices to complement your retention as they harmonize your energy field in a thorough way. With these two practices combined, you can nurture the energy in a powerful way. So the strength and the depth of the aura during retention is a wonderful benefit. Complementary benefits include a powerful presence, confidence, sexual charge as well as attraction, charisma, respect, and magnetism. So we build up our gene or ohas by default while retaining. Ohas can be understood as the essential energy for the body and mind. It is a Sanskrit term that means vigor. Ki or chi or prana is our bioelectric energy, and ohas or jami acts like fuel for it. So our ohas transforms into prana, and we build it up when we retain our semen. So the ancient yogis had a similar idea of the aura, which they called the pranayama kosha. This is what they called the field of energy that was within and around them. So the field grows stronger and larger when we retain our semen. And there are many ways to increase the size and the strength of this field. So the Heart Math Institute also speaks about this field. They say that the heart's electrical field is about 60 times greater in amplitude than the electrical activity generated by the brain. So this field, measured in the form of an electrocardiogram or ECG, can be detected anywhere on the surface of the body. So furthermore, the magnetic field produced by the heart is more than 100 times greater in strength than the field generated by the brain and can be detected up to 3 feet away from the body in all directions. So, Joseph Chilton Pierce was an American author of a number of books on human development and child development, and is best known for his books The Crack in the Cosmic Egg, The Magical Child, and The Bond of Power, Meditation and Wholeness. So he also wrote a book called The Biology of Transcendence, in which he talks about the brain's mass being made up of glial cells, which acts like glue for our neurons, and these glial cells are electromagnetically sensitive. So a glial cell, also called glial cells or neuroglia, are cells which are non-neuronal and are located within the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system that provides physical and metabolic support to the neurons, including neuronal insulation and communication, and nutrient and waste transport. So he explains that in the heart's electromagnetic field, our glial cells pick up on information encoded in the field, and thus the energy our heart radiates affects our brain cells and our perception of the world around us. So here's a quote from the book. This torus function is apparently holographic, meaning that any point within the torus contains the information of the whole field. That is, at any location within the heart's field, no matter how infinitesimal, all the frequencies of the heart spectrum are present. So, a 2019 study on molecular mechanisms of microglia and astrocyte-driven neurostoration triggered by application of electromagnetic fields confirmed that glial cells are affected by EMS, or electromagnetic fields. Quote, elucidating the exact mechanisms of EMF actions upon microglia and astrocytes and its role in neural restoration could be a key step in further research of the therapeutic potential of EMS in various neurological disorders. So the question here is, who cares, right? Like, why should I care that my brain's glial cells are picking up on my heart-based electromagnetic field? So let's talk about heart rate variability, or HRV. So, heart rate variability refers to the slight moment to moment change in our heartbeat. This is a sign that our heart is healthy because those slight changes are the heart's way of adapting to our stress level that is current at every beat. So, a metronome is a device that produces an audible click or other sound at regular interval that can be set by the user, typically in beats per minute. So, a metronome is a good representation of a heart that is absolutely stressed out, sick, or unhealthy. So let's use the example of going on a run to demonstrate this idea, right? So let's say at the beginning of your 8 mile run, you feel good, you're light on your feet, you're in your zone, right? So your brain will adjust quickly to the likelihood of changing terrain, similar to the heartbeat adapting to stress. However, by the 8th mile, towards the end of your run, you're going to be highly stressed and barely just getting by. Your feet are no longer going to be as light as they were, and your movements are very identical and mechanical, like just enough to get you through the run. So, this is the same way that your heart works. It's either healthy responding to stress or doing just enough to keep you alive. So, our HRV as well as our emotions affect the tone or feel of our EMF at any given moment. So here's another statement from HeartMath Institute that describes this. We have found there is a direct relationship between the heart rhythm patterns and the spectral information encoded in the frequency spectra of the magnetic field radiated by the heart. Thus, information about a person's emotional state is encoded in the heart's magnetic field and is communicated throughout the body and into the external environment. So, like we talked about before, your energetic field communicates with those around you on a deeper level than anything you than anything you can overtly signal or you can overtly express. So we tend to think of communication only in terms of body movements, gestures, voice qualities, or facial expressions. However, there's communication that happens subtly below that of our conscious awareness. This communication is subtle but energetically influential and electromagnetic, and there is evidence to support this claim. So the attraction or repulsion between individuals is contributed to by this energetic system, and we will go into the data in the following section that supports this. What I would assume is being said here is that the strength and health of our own energetic field can be found out by the electromagnetically sensitive glial cells of other people. There is a correlation between a healthy pranic field and a higher HRV. Dissonance represents a lack of harmony or negative emotions, and resonance represents the harmony or positive emotions. And these two likely affect our field. The magnetism or radiant energy and glow or lack thereof can be a result of these emotions. So, how can we increase our magnetic aura's strength and health? In our bodies, we have a multitude of energy centers, as well as two pumps of large proportion. One obvious pump is the heart, and although we don't possess the ability to change the strength or output by a significant amount, we can improve our HRV, which in turn would increase the EMF coherence. So, pranayama is the practice of breath regulation. By practicing pranayama, we can pump and circulate energy through our electromagnetic field effectively by taking deep and controlled breaths. Prana flows through energetic channels called nadis. These nadis can be cleared by ohas being enhanced through the practice of yoga postures and movements that massage the endocrine glands. So, Qigong exercises produce similar results. So, HRV can be improved most effectively with the practice of yoga. The integrated practice of yoga, including meditation, the breathing exercises, and the postures, is the most effective way to reduce stress. Our auras can have remarkable size, strength, and health increases with the combined practice of Qigong and yoga. A conclusion was drawn from a 2016 review of 59 studies on yoga called Yoga and Heart Rate Variability, a comprehensive review of the literature. The conclusion was the ability of yoga to influence autonomic function has been the subject of numerous studies that suggest that yoga practices reduce autonomic arousal and assist with a wide range of stress related disorders. Yoga practices, including meditation, relaxation, yoga postures, breathing, and integrated practices, appear to improve autonomic, autonomic regulation and enhance vagal dominance as reflected by HRV measures. So, semen retention, however, is an alternative to yoga, qigong, or breathing exercises and meditation that can still give you some of these benefits. The above exercises may not be a thing, so just retain, eat clean, stress less, and get rest to experience our growth and strengthening. So if you're interested in discovering more about semen retention and no fat, then be sure to check out the links, the first links in the description box. There's a book. There's also a playlist down there with more information. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos helping you with semen retention and no fat. And check out this playlist of my top 10 videos about semen retention and no fat. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.